Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to D-Lish, the third quarter-final of this amazing competition where we've got young people cooking these amazing dishes. If only you could taste them, and I'm lucky enough to taste them. Subhanallah, we've got a nice little surprise in for you today.
Assalamu alaikum, fish fans. Did I say fish? I meant D-Lish fans. Oh yes, you got it. Today is another special quarter-final, but it's a bit of a fishy affair. And the first fishy affair to deal with is that today's contestants are related. They're cousins, and suspiciously, they were born on pretty much the same time. Fishy things going on, I dare say, my dear Watsons. Ah yes, it is our favourite cousins from the first round, the dessert queens, Ruqayya and her Viennese swirls, and Nusayba and her swan profiteroles. They both love the sweet stuff, but today, as I said, it's a bit of a fishy affair, and like many kids out there these days, the fish dish isn't what they consider D-Lish. Let's see if Chef Daniel can change their minds today. This round is intriguingly different from the first round, so let's go over these new fishy rules. You know by now, the contestants don't get to bring what they want to the table. This time, the judge has told them to bring just one item, and he kept it fishily vague, so he can test how they react to cooking something they've never really cooked before. And in this third quarter-final, it will happen to be red mullet fish fillet. Yes, a red mullet fishy thing. So what happens now? Well, the judge now gives a fishy 45-minute tutorial to the kids on how to make the D-Lish fish dish, okay, I'm getting confused. The kids take notes, but they have to be ready because straight after they have just 1 hour to replicate the same fish dish, D-Lish, okay, I'm still getting confused, just the dish they've learned. Can they make the fish dish just as good, or will the dish come out a little fishy? So let's leave you with this week's fish dish, D-Lish dish fish. Oh, just let the fishiness begin.
So let's see who we have on the show today. If I can ask the guests to come forward, please. So contestants, if you want to tell me your names and where you come from.
My name's okay, I'm 10 years old and I come from Hayes.
My name is Nusayba, I'm 10 years old and I come from Southall.
So we've got Ruqayya and Nusayba, and I have heard you two are cousins, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is going to be a close competition
I'm 1
between
month older than her.
Oh, yeah, what? Well, here you go, 1 month older. Does that mean 1 month with more experience?
Maybe.
Maybe, okay, inshallah. Are you both looking forward to the competition today?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Let's keep it a clean, fair fight. Who else do we have on the show today? We have our special guest, our chef and our judge. Chef Daniel, please come on over.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, good. You good?
Good. Yeah, I'm very good. So this is the third quarter-final. Please tell me what surprise you got in store for our contestants today.
Yeah, well, we're going to cook some fish today.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
fish. Okay, something different that we haven't had so far in the quarterfinals.
Some red mullet.
Okay. And what else have we got? I can see a whole sorts of ingredients on the table.
Like, gonna make a salad with quinoa.
Okay.
Okay. Gonna have some herbs in there, got some cranberries, a few different ingredients to go through.
Okay, perfect. So, Ruqayya, you ready? Yes. Nusayba, you ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3, let's cook.
Okay, so it's something red mullet. You ever had it before?
No.
No. Okay. Do you eat fish?
No.
Great, this is good. So this round is all about cooking things that maybe you haven't cooked before. Do you know what this is?
Is it onion?
This is fennel, okay?
Oh.
And you can eat it raw, you can eat it cooked. We're gonna cook it up today, inshallah. Okay? So I want you to really observe what's going on because you'll be cooking this in a bit, inshallah. Yeah? What we're gonna do is just slice this up, okay? And this has got like a bit of an aniseed sort of taste. When you cook it though, it will get a little bit sweet and it will change a little bit. If you want to just try, I want you to really sort of taste things so you understand. I'll give you a little bit here, just to taste. Okay?
Thank you.
This is raw. You're going to taste it in a bit cooked. So it's going to change up a little bit, okay? So don't be too frightened if you think, oh God, what's that, okay? To that, we're going to just add a bit of butter, okay? That's going to help it cook nicely, get brown and tasty. Okay. My salt and pepper. Hopefully it's in here. Okay, great. There we go. And this is very herby dish. We're going to put in a lot of different herbs throughout the dish, the fish as well as the vegetables. Just a bit of now that goes in the oven as it is, like that. Yeah, hot oven. This is on. Straight in there. Okay, that's number one. Quinoa, tasted quinoa before?
No.
Okay, so it looks a bit like couscous, right? You see it there?
Yeah.
But it's actually, this is a grain that grows in South America. It's really healthy for you. It's got lots of good proteins and amino acids and things like that, which are really good for you. And it tastes great. It's very versatile. So we're going to just take a little bit of that in. And it's like a grain, like a rice or something. You can use it as an alternative to couscous as well. It's great. We're going to just switch it on. It's just going in there. Meanwhile, we're going to get our stock cube. This is just a vegetable stock cube with low sodium. So it's got no nasty stuff in there. Watch out for stock cubes. Sometimes they got monosodium glutamate and some nasty stuff like that. Whenever you get ingredients, look on ingredients and it's got more than 3 syllables, watch out, because it's usually something nasty. So I think, yeah. Okay. We'll get half of our stock cube, just crumble it in there. That just seasons our water that we're going to cook the quinoa in. Give that a little mix up so it dissolves. And if you can, you make your own stock, but it's a bit of a lengthy procedure. I just wanted to do things quick here for you. Then we're going to pour in our stock. Not all of it. We won't need all of it for this one. What we're doing is just covering the grains. Okay, because we want all this stock absorbed in the quinoa. Just going to mix it up so it's all evenly distributed.
So should you do it after you've done it in the...
Yeah, sorry, that's my fault. You should put it in when you put the butter in. All right?
Okay.
There we go. That's better now. Okay, so that's cooking along. And as you see, this is getting bubbly now. We're going to maybe cook it whole, because what I want to do is just slash through the skin here. Not all the way through. As you see, it's just scoring it, yeah?
Yeah.
Something that you've done before, something like that?
Yeah.
With maybe meat or something, yeah? So that what that does, when it cooks, the heat will penetrate in and we can get some flavour inside there as well. I'm going to do the same with the other side here. Okay. There we go. This is a very herby dish. It's not really a spicy dish, it's more like all about the herbs. We've got different herbs here. We've got some dill here as well, which I'm going to stuff in there. This will all get the flavour going.
Are you going to stuff that inside as well? Inside the
Yeah, we're going to put some herbs inside as well. There we go. So the fish, once it cooks, it will the aromas of the herbs will really penetrate the fish and taste good. Yeah. Now we can start putting a bit of seasoning on it. Okay. And again, both sides. Nice bit of black pepper. Flip it over. Do this side. There we go. Another bit of black pepper. Okay. Final thing. I'm going to get a bit of the zest of a lemon. Okay. We're just going to place it all in there. All of this is flavour. All these little bits is flavour. So we're just going to place that on top. Okay, final thing I'm going to do is just drizzle it with a bit of olive oil, okay? That's going to help it get crisp and nice, inshallah, right?
Do you need to do that on both sides or just one?
Just one, because I'm going to actually place it on top of the fennel soon. These are quite thin, these stalk bits, so we're going to use that. We just need to cut them up quite quite small. When you've got thick stalks, they won't be good for this. They're more good for cooking, for curry paste and things like that, but the thin stalks are fine.
Do you need all of it?
Yeah, this is quite a herby salad. I'm going to keep some of the sprigs for a bit of garnish as well. Okay, so like things like the nice sprigs at the top, they're good to garnish things with because they look nice. When you're cutting things down, try to use the sharpness of the knife. Keep your fingers away from the blade, so you keep it on the top of the blade like this, yeah? Don't put your fingers down, because that way you could cut yourself. And you just use the knife and this sort of action just to chop through, and that way you're not using any sort of force. You're letting the knife do its work and you're sort of guiding it through the herbs. That way it's not a tiring job. You're not going to blunt your blade and you're not going to cut your fingers either. So if we put it onto a dish that you can spread out the quinoa, all the steam will escape and it will cool off a bit quicker. So that's beautifully cooked, mashallah. Smelling good because the stock was in there. Okay, I didn't put any added salt or anything at the moment. We're going to add that a bit later and taste it a bit later. Make sure we've got the seasoning the way we like. So that can go over there. There we go. That's just cooling down a bit there. Okay, you see that's starting to take a colour on. I can use this. Just giving it a stir, so around the sides it might start to burn. You just need to give that a mix so it doesn't. That way it's all evenly cooked. Okay, but all of these little bits like that, that's really turning sweet. So this is what we mean by caramelization.
How do you know when it's done?
Well, the colour will change. Can you smell that now as well? With cooking, it's all about your senses. So you're looking at things, you're smelling things, you'll taste things, you'll even hear things. You can hear that sizzle. That's a good sign. It's cooking nicely. Okay, now, these aren't too hot, okay, but if you're sensitive to chili, maybe it's better to wear gloves and everything. So if you want me to do this when you're doing yours, if you're sensitive, I don't mind doing it, okay? But it's actually the membrane here that is really hot. So you've got to take that out as well. If you like really hot stuff, you could you could keep them in, right? But the thing is, it sort of overpowers the fish. You just taste chili and you won't taste the actual fish. You want to taste the herbs and the fish. So that's why we're taking the seeds out, right? So we can taste all the other nice flavours that we're putting in there. So whenever you buy lemons, first of all, get the unwaxed variety, because unfortunately they coat them in wax to make them look good, but the problem is that wax can't digest in your stomach, so that's no good. So these are unwaxed lemons, and then you can zest them. So as well as juicing them, you can use their zest, which is great in all sorts of things, even cakes and stuff. If you do a lemon cake, they're really good to use the zest. Okay. So already that's looking good. That's like a base of our flavours for the quinoa, right? Okay.
So,
Assalamu alaikum.
wa alaikum salam. So tell me about some of the ingredients we've got in this bowl right here.
Yeah, we've got the
whole
herbs,
concoction
the chili, the lemon. That's going to give all of this sort of aromatic flavours for our quinoa salad.
Yep.
Okay.
And what's happening to our fish here?
That's been marinated with the herbs and everything. That's going to be cooked in a while.
Okay. And what we're going to do with that? We're going to stick it in the oven as well.
I'm going to actually maybe start it off in the pan just to give it a bit of colour, and then stick it into the oven just to finish off.
And so how long do we roughly have left before I can try this scrumptious
I'd
fish?
say, let's have a look at the thing, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes or so?
Yeah, inshallah.
Okay, so I'll see you in about 10 minutes or so.
Inshallah.
Girls, how are we doing?
Good.
Does it look okay? Does it look like you can cook it?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. I look forward to trying both your dishes later then, inshallah.
So we're going in.
Alhamdulillah, as we get all our flavours ready for that salad, and as we start to cook that fish, we'll join you in a few minutes after the break. Stay tuned on D-Lish. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
But this doesn't have any other spices on it, and it's more of a herby thing. So the chili's there to give a little accent, a little type of zing to it, but not really overpower it. It's not like going to be like blow your head off, right? It's all about subtlety, using different flavors, combining different flavors, so not one flavor is overpowering the other one. Okay, so it's already looking good. That's our salad, nice salad. It's already done, basically. We're just gonna squeeze some, a little bit more lemon juice maybe, and season it up and taste it in a bit. Like that. So you need to get the thing on pretty high. You need to really concentrate on this bit, because you can't leave that pan on for too long, otherwise it will buckle, all right? So we just got this on. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bit of oil in there, not too much, right? It's just there to help the fish not stick, okay? Swirl it around so we're all covered on the base. Then we get our fish. So it's just starting to smoke a bit now, right? It's when it gets to the smoking point. There you are. You're hearing out for that. Again, you're using your senses. You want it to sizzle, right? That's what we're looking at. We'll get it to the center because that's the hottest point.
Oh, you want to put the butter in with it?
In a bit, because if we put it in now, the butter will burn, right? So what we're doing, the butter's going to give it flavour and help it brown, but we'll put that in a minute, okay? We just get our butter ready, okay? We don't need too much of it. Fennel has taken on a lovely colour, and this is started to caramelise really nice, yeah? You can smell it as well, it's smelling really good.
It looks like onion.
It looks like onion, yeah. And we're just going to mix that up because we don't want it to catch around the edge, but that's starting to look really good. A lot of people might think that that's burnt. That's not burnt, that's caramelized. It's not black, it's very, very dark brown. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're going to just add a bit of butter, a little bit underneath here, a little bit on the top. And what we're doing here,
What does the butter do to it?
the butter's going to give it nice flavour and help it brown nicely.
It's like a sauce.
So we're going to baste it. This is called basting. We just take the fat and we put it over the fish. This will stop it from drying. As it's cooking, the juices of the fish will go into this butter as well. Lift up our fish, put it on here, pour this lovely stuff over here, okay, and then put it back in the oven. And it really doesn't take that long. We're looking at maybe 3-4 minutes. Stick that in there. Okay, we're almost done. A little bit of salt. Always taste your food. Make sure it's seasoned correctly. So you got this sour lemon citrus taste and the cranberries. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Another mix up. Looking good. Put our quinoa here. Nicely cooked. Just going to push that aside, grab this caramelized fennel. And then our fish just on the top, like that. Little garnish. Make it look nice. Okay, inshallah, we can have a little tuck in, yeah? So I'll give you your cutlery.
Thank you.
Okay. Bismillah. Go for it. have a little bit. I know you don't like the head, and inshallah, you eat the rest of it. Take a bit of the fennel along with the quinoa, some fish, citrus sort of taste. Let's have that head. I like that head. The eyes.
Alhamdulillah, let me just jump in before you finish that lovely looking fish and whatever else you have there, the fennel and the other things, alhamdulillah. So now we've got that dish, girls. Does that look like something you can cook?
I must apologise in advance. We didn't know our expert chef was a fishy expert chef until he said he likes eating fish heads. Yikes! Whiskers, Felix. I think we might be making cat food today. Just joking, Chef Daniel. We trust you, really. Anyway, it's time for them to purr along. Purr along. Did you get it? Perfect.
Seba, we ready to cook?
Yeah.
Okay, we ready to cook?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Let the contestants cook.
Go. Right, straight off the mark here. Okay. Symmetric. I like it. Starting with the fennel. Careful with the fingers. Okay, with this, you just want to trim a little bit of that root off there, just a little bit, just, that's it. Maybe too small a knife for that. Let me give you a hand. You're just going to chop a little bit of that off. Quite a tough thing. What you need to do is just get a bit of that root out of there, because that's quite hard. What's your favourite food then?
Biryani.
Huh?
Biryani.
Biryani. Oh, okay, brilliant. You cook good biryani?
Yeah.
All right. If you go through, we might expect it, yeah? Hyderabadi biryani or something different?
Chicken biryani.
Chicken biryani. Lovely.
Alhamdulillah, we've got the cooking underway. They're cutting up their fennel and putting it into their baking trays so it can go into the oven, alhamdulillah. We mentioned about some of the advice that you offered them. Just a reminder about the fennel, how should it be kept, how wide should it be cut, how thick? Any bits of advice?
They're doing perfectly fine. I think they really took it in. They've cut it really nice thickness.
Yep. And now the
she's
butter's
putting the
gone.
butter on the top. Just need a little drizzle of oil as well.
Okay.
Season it up and stick it in straight away because this takes the longest to cook out of the dish. These little things here, if they're thick, they don't go in because they're quite woody, yeah? You can chop them down a little bit more actually and then that'll be fine. And the stalks as well, don't use the stalks for that. Okay. Coriander. You use a lot of that at home?
Yeah.
Where do you get your recipes from? From your mum?
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. It seems to be a theme. A lot of the contestants, you know, they're getting recipes handed down from their mothers. Maybe their mothers also their grandmothers handed it down. It goes on. It's good heritage. Because you're going to be cooking it.
No, fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
Put it in the fish, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said in the fridge. Yeah, so just in those gaps, yeah. And then you can also put a bit of salt and pepper over the top.
Yeah.
A little sprinkling of the lemon zest. And just a little drizzle at the end with olive oil.
Yep.
And just leave it there to just marinate in before you cook it. I think that'll be enough there, yeah.
Do I put it in now?
Sorry, the water?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're looking at, keep that moving. Is that actually on? Okay, right. So keep it moving. When it comes to the heat, you'll see that it'll start to colour. You don't want it to colour too much, but as it starts to colour, what happens there, it will start to release some of the oils in here and give it a nutty taste. So you just keep it moving. As soon as it's just colouring, then you can start putting your liquid in and your stock, what have you, yeah? So in the meantime, while you're doing that, you can get your stock ready.
Yeah.
You've got the stock cube there. So just a centimetre above the quinoa. Okay, keep your eye on it. Pour it slowly. You need to get your stock mixed in with the hot liquid. And then you're going to put this in after, are you?
Finish up in here.
What I'm saying is, you need to mix the hot water with the stock. You can put it in there. You can put it in there, but the point is to mix this in. Okay. Okay. Turn it to maybe number 3. Yep, perfect. And put the handle out and just leave it now. Okay. Rather than this, with this one, you just lift up the knife and you just go through like that. So the knife isn't actually leaving the board, just the tip of it. You use it like a rocking action. Just keep your fingers out the way. That's it. Okay. So you're not using dill for your fish. This is the dill here, yeah. The thyme.
Yeah.
There we go. How's that? Yeah?
Mm.
That's good. Just keep the lid on and it will cook. Yeah. Yeah. 3 is fine, yeah. 3 is fine. Just got to keep your eye on it. When the water has absorbed, it's ready. And remember those little holes that you see on the top, the air holes.
Onions, fennel, carrots, cucumbers, vegetables. Don't worry, Ruqayya, I know they're all the same thing, vegetables. I thought fennel was like this green leaf. And anyway, we have bigger issues to worry about. The chef, he eats fish head. Weird. Meanwhile, the other half of the family is reminiscing about how family special biryani recipe has been passed down the generations. Don't worry, Nusayba, you can one day pass this on to your kids as a special fish dish. Oh yes, just don't mention that fish head thing. They both seem to be doing quite well with their fish D-Lish dish fish thingies. But which cousin will make that perfect fish dish D-Lish dish fish? Ah, anyway.
Cook.
Chili.
You want the chili? Right. Yeah. I said I'll do it for you, isn't it? This is the thing where if you get it on your fingers, it can cause a bit of problems. So before I showed you the cut in half technique, didn't I? This is another technique here, right? You just roll it once you've got the lid off, like that. Okay. Let's get this fella here. And then you just tap it and the seeds come out. Bit more fun this version, but it can make a lot of mess as well. Okay. Yeah. What the problem is, number one, you shouldn't stir it, okay?
Okay.
And you don't want to take the lid off too many times as well, because what happens when you stir it, it interrupts the cooking of it. You don't get those air channels that come out. And if you lift the lid off, all the steam comes out, which means that water, because it's steaming in there, once the water has evaporated, you've got this steam and that's what's cooking it. When you lift the lid off too many times, that steam will come out and then you won't have any moisture in there to cook it. But we've added a bit more water in, inshallah it'll be fine. Just need to cook it slowly. We'll turn that down and just leave it for now. That's fine. Yeah, you should have been stirring it a little bit longer, because if you don't stir it enough, the outside will burn and it won't cook evenly. So these black bits here, you need to get them out now because we can't eat these. The brown bits are fine, the black bits aren't, yeah? I would get, let me give you a hand. So you need to get that hot. Remember what I said? Right, it's starting to get hot now. Put your oil inside, not too much, okay? Go on. That's enough. Yeah. Remember I told you how the oil is hot. Okay, keep the pan on the heat, otherwise it won't heat up. Okay. That's it. That's getting hot now. That's good. Okay, can you see how the oil is moving around?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Can you move this back again?
I don't hear a sizzle. Remember, like, it's got to be hot enough to brown the fish. You need to get the fish out now. Get the fish out, remove the fish out of the pan, and wait till the pan heats up. You've got the pan is on 5. We need it on about 8 to get really hot. Okay? Okay? Yeah, just wait till it colours. You want to get a bit of colour on that. As soon as it's ready, then get it in the oven. But you've got to think about how you're going to put it in the oven, what you're going to put it in. Okay? How's this going? How do you know when the oil is hot?
When it's like the stove is off.
Right. So that's about ready now. Okay? You can then put your fish in. Yeah, in the middle of the pan. That's it. Get that fat. Now you can hear some sizzle. All right? Yep. That's it. Very well done. Basting the fish. Try not to lift the pan too high, otherwise it's not on the heat. That's it. That's it. That will do there. Just leave it on there now, maybe for another minute, and then get it into the oven. Taking it out. If you need any help, let me know, yeah?
Can you just close that?
Yep, no problem. Okay, get your fish slice, and then you can lift it out, yeah? That's it, perfect. Just make sure you don't touch this, okay? Bring your plate a bit closer. That's it. Don't touch the actual thing, yeah? All right? Yep. You okay here? Do you need any help? Do you want me to get the fish out for you? Yeah, I'll get the fish out. Concentrate on the other bits. There we go. I'll get this out of the way. Okay, get the fish on the plate.
Where's the fish?
All right, here we are. Be careful, don't burn yourself. Okay, you happy?
Yeah, can I have a tissue?
Yep. Try to clear up as much as you can. So we've got nice presentable plates. I can take this all out the way.
Alhamdulillah, we've run out of time. We've come to a close. If I can ask both the contestants to clean down their desks. Alhamdulillah. So Chef Daniel, if I can ask you to come and join me.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? How do you think our contestants have done today?
It's been very exciting watching them. It was not a minute to spare, you know, they were rushing around, concentrating, focus was on.
It's
Looking
quite
forward to it.
interesting. We've got a round plate here, square plate here, slightly different presentation styles. Let's see how they go, inshallah. Shall we move over to contestant one and see the food? A nice bit of garnish on top.
I prefer it to my own.
Seriously?
The way it looks,
Okay,
yeah, honestly.
mashallah, really good.
Right,
Shall
okay.
we have a tuck in? We'll start from the right, inshallah, bismillah.
Jazakallah khair. Okay. So we left the head on, that's good in my book because I like the head.
I'll leave the head to Daniel
Yeah.
there. I'll stick
We'll
to
get
the
a bit
fish
of
and the
fish
meat.
and I'll get a bit of the fennel and the quinoa all together. So I got it all in one mouthful.
Okay, I'm going to
Bismillah.
try segment by segment first.
The quinoa is cooked really, really well. I really like that because I watched you. You toasted the quinoa before putting in the liquid, so you're getting that rich, toasted, nutty sort of flavour with the quinoa. The herbs, maybe through the quinoa, needed to be chopped a little bit finer. But the flavours are very good, really well seasoned. Let me try a bit of this fennel.
I have to say, I do really like that. It ties in really well together. Sweetness of the fennel is really coming through.
Yep, it really is
And
caramelised well.
And I do like the citrus of the quinoa. It's really nice, mashallah. Well done. How was it?
Challenging.
Challenging.
Alhamdulillah.
That's what
Presented
we
very
like.
differently.
That's what we like.
On the square, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Jazakallah khair.
So this is a different thing. The fennel is on the side, which isn't a bad thing. I did it like that on my one. But we've got an empty space here that looks a bit as though it needs something there or something. you
Maybe
know?
the fish could have gone along the side, maybe.
Perhaps. But anyway, it looks very inviting. Now your turn.
Let me just turn the plate this way so you can have your head. And
Go
I'll
on
stay
then.
to the flesh.
Stick to the tail, heads and tails. Nicely cooked fish. You can
Really
see
nice,
that is
yep.
really nice coming away from the bone. Looks glistening. It's
Let's
not
try a bit of the
not
fish.
dry. We really were last
Really
minute
nice
with
and
the fish,
tender, the
but
fish
it got there. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Let me
Bismillah.
try a bit of the flannel. Bismillah.
It's all very well cooked. Your fennel is good. You've picked those black bits out. There isn't any more burnt bits in there, which is good. Anybody can make a mistake, but you recovered really well.
Yes.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. The fish is really nice, mashallah. Very well
Very
cooked.
delicately cooked. I think you've cooked the fish really, really well. Come out exactly at the right time. Just getting all different mouthfuls of flavours here. Very well done. Your fish is actually seasoned well. That's good. I would have preferred a bit more seasoning and lemon in with your salad though.
Yeah.
Very well though.
Really, mashallah,
Good.
really well done. Alhamdulillah, I think that both fantastic dishes presented slightly differently. Alhamdulillah, I think we've come to that all-important stage where we need to make a decision. So, Chef, it's down to you. You've had a few minutes to deliberate and have a think. Have you come to a decision?
Yeah, first of all, you know, I want to say it's the first time you've both done this dish and you've done really good. To cook fish isn't easy, you know, it's a very, very delicate thing to do. But considering everything, which was, you know, from start to finish, I think that the winner is Ruqayya.
Alhamdulillah, I want to say thank you to both of our contestants, Ruqayya and Nusayba, and to our chef Daniel, and most importantly to all of you who are watching this show, D-Lish. We've had another one of the quarterfinals, alhamdulillah. We've got one of our guest contestants gone through to the semi-final. Join us again here on D-Lish for the next episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dum dum dum